Ciao Juventini, and welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel where it's all Juve all the time. All right, I'm Alberto, and you know the drill. I'm going to bring you the news to January 30th surrounding Juventus. Okay, kicks off with Alvaro Morata. Alvaro Morata will remain with Juventus for the rest of the season. Okay, and I love that. Okay, this player now has no longer the pressure of being the guy at the 9 position with the addition of Vlahovic. Okay, and not only that, but he might have a chip on his shoulder based on how everything went down and him not getting the deal to Barca. And not only that, but us shopping for another 9. So hopefully we see the best out of Alvaro in favorable conditions down the stretch because we're going to need it. Okay. Now, while I was sleeping, there was a lot more news that went down, and Juventus, Arriva Bene, Cherubini, they continue to work and they continue to cook. Okay, talks are ongoing between Juventus and Cagliari for a loan deal between Caio Jorge heading to Cagliari and Nandez potentially coming to Juventus. Okay, a little bit of a shocker. Why? Because Juventus sealed the deal for Zakaria. That is a done deal. Contract to 2026. His salary, gross salary, will be 5 million euros plus 2 million euros in bonus. So his net salary is actually 2.5 million euros. Fantastic business. They got their first target that they wanted in the middle of the park there. So that's fantastic work by Juventus. And who's leaving? Kulusevski. Kulusevski is heading to London. There is a loan for 5 million euro on the table with an obligation upon reaching certain conditions. And one of those conditions, we believe, as reported, is going to be a top 4 finish for Tottenham. And that's a Champions League position for them. Okay. And then the sale becomes 35 million euros. All right. And the other one that's finished is Bentancur, also heading to Tottenham. Done deal, 28 million euros. That includes bonuses. 30% will go to Boca Juniors in that deal that saw Bentancur come here when Tevez went back to Boca. So there you have it. That is the latest news. Kulusevski and Bentancur out. Unfortunately for those two youngsters, the story is the same. Bentancur never really gave us a whole lot outside of maybe that Saudi season, but never took that next step. I think he's a good player. He's definitely not the first player I would have chosen to have leave out of the middle of the park for Juventus, but it isn't the be all end all because there's not much separation from him and, say Rabiot, for instance, supporting midfielders. And nothing extraordinary outside of that. McKennie should be a mainstay in our midfield going down the stretch. I think he's really coming into his own with Max, and I expect him to chew up a ton of those minutes there. So Bentancur, he did become expendable. Kulusevski, same story. Young, talented player, but not finding his way with Juventus, not getting in rhythm, not being comfortable, and not pressuring anybody to get this guy in the starting lineup based on what we've seen. So, unfortunately, yes, there's capital to be made there with Kulusevski. Let's see what happens. And the fact that it's a 5 million euro loan, some people have issues with the conditions if they're not reached. But you know what? It's okay if he comes back on loan. You will never lose money on the younger players. Okay, so if Kulusevski does return after, say the conditions aren't met, that's not a problem. We won't lose money on him in the long run. In the end, Paratici ends up paying pretty much the same that he did 2 years later with Tottenham now to get Kulusevski again. Arriva Bene and Cherubini have done fantastic work, and this is a massive, massive breath of fresh air for Juventini and what we've become accustomed to. Okay, sit back and enjoy what these guys are doing. Okay, because in a matter of a few short days, what they did, and again, a lot of news about rumors leading up to this, and fans were getting frustrated. Look, we're hearing all this talk and nothing's actually happening. Then boom, we're a few days out from the end of the Mercado, and here you have it. Okay, they go out, they land the top number 9 target out there. They move on Bentancur and Kulusevski, okay, to offset cost, offset salary, lower the salary potential, and even bring in Zakaria. And there's still possibility to bring Nandez into the squad too. Our squad has changed drastically, okay, and now all of a sudden I believe we truly will be formidable in the middle of the park with this move of Zakaria. Okay, so this is very, very interesting. Zakaria comes in, solid defensive midfielder, okay, and then Locatelli can be freed up. I am ecstatic with the work these guys have done. Let's go. I am absolutely pumped. That game against Verona can't come quick enough, all right? But again, more news to come. Follow us on Twitter at AllJuveCast, and we're keeping everybody tuned here. And of course, I will be back with these videos daily, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Okay, let us know how you feel about this Mercado. How would you rate this Mercado so far based on the work that Arriva Ben and Cherubini done? And how would you line up this Juventus with all of a sudden this squad? Zakaria, let's say potentially Nandes too. Okay, but Vlahovic there. What is your ideal setup for this new look Juventus down the stretch? Let us know. And of course, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Fino alla fine, Forza Juventus. Ciao.